Today we will review the Spanish question words, okay? You remember in English we have the W words, right? Or the question words like why, who, how much. In Spanish, those are the words we will review today. So our title is Repaso de clases pasadas, or review of previous lessons, okay? Or past lessons. So, which are the question words in Spanish? Let's see. In Spanish, we cannot usually put them all together under one same letter, like the W words in English, right? But many of them begin with the letter Q. Okay? So, which are the ones that begin with the letter Q? The word for who. Do you remember who? Means quién. Quién. With a tilde here, right? The question words in Spanish, they all have a tilde, okay? Just to differentiate them from other similar words that are identical but that do not belong to a question, right? That's why when it is a question word, it needs to have a tilde always, right? Who, what is another one that begins with Q. What is qué? Qué, okay? The word for who, sorry, excuse me. Okay, who is here? ¿Quién? Which one else? The word for, okay, with C now. Which is the word for which? The word for which is cuál. Cuál, okay? The word for why. Why is por qué. Por qué. How would we say then? Why do you leave? Why do you leave would be por qué te vas. Okay? Now, see how the verb vas is the verb to go, okay? To go, the verb is ir. Since it is an irregular verb, the root of the verb changes completely, okay? Vas. However, why do we use te vas? Because if we don't use te vas, this would be por qué vas would mean why do you go? But we are asking why do you leave? So, if we transform this verb to go into a reflexive verb, irse, now this verb means to leave, right? Or literally to go oneself. To go oneself is to leave it in Spanish. Why do you yourself go? That means why do you leave? Okay? And if we eliminate this, por qué vas is why do you go, right? Another word for leave is partir. Partir. Partir has two meanings. Partir can mean to leave and partir can mean to split, right? To split something. We will split something in two. So we can also say, ¿por qué partes? ¿Por qué partes? Okay? So this, ¿por qué partes? Means the same thing as ¿por qué te vas? However, in Spanish, 95% of the times we will hear and we will use ¿por qué te vas? Right? So, it's since this is the most usual way of speaking and writing, we should know that irse, or to go oneself, means to leave, right? ¿Por qué te vas? If we want to know why does he leave or why is he leaving, would be ¿por qué se va? Right? Himself leaves. Why are we leaving? Is ¿por qué nos vamos? Okay? So remember, we have dedicated some lessons to conjugate verbs that are in the reflexive form, okay? Like irse, okay? Spanish has many reflexive verbs, right? So just dedicate some time to review that lesson where we are seeing how to conjugate and how to use reflexive verbs, okay? So, how will we say, what is this? What is this? Right? The word for what is ¿qué? Right? What is this? Would be, oops, ¿qué es esto? Okay? ¿Qué es esto? What is this? Okay? Then we can say, this is a book, or this is a red book. Would be, oops, esto, or este, es un libro. Right? Or esto es un libro. Two ways of saying the same thing. Okay? Este es un libro, or esto es un libro. Este actually means this one. Okay? But we can use these two ways in Spanish. Okay? Or we can say, this is my book. How would we say this is my book? We would say esto or este es. We would, instead of saying a book, we would say my book, which is the possessive pronoun in Spanish for I. Este es mi libro, okay? And the word mi has not a tilde to differentiate it from the other mi that has a tilde. For example, how would we say this is for me? This is for me. Would be like this. This is esto. Es for is. Para means for. For me, para mí. Okay? So here you can see that mi has a tilde. And here mi hasn't got a tilde. Esto es mi libro. This is my book. Mi doesn't have a tilde. Esto es para mí. This is for me. Here, mi does have a tilde, okay? Now, who is he? How would we say that in Spanish? Who is he? Or who is she? The word for who is quién. ¿Quién es él? Or ¿quién es ella, right? He is my English teacher. He is my English teacher would be él es mi profesor de inglés. Okay? De inglés, sorry. Inglés. Remember in Spanish, the languages, same as the nationalities, always go in lowercase letters, okay? And when we say my English teacher, actually we are meaning the teacher of English, right? The word for of in Spanish is de, okay? So, él es mi profesor de inglés. He is my teacher of English, right? Okay, now which other question words do we have in Spanish? We said quién, qué, cuál, por qué, which is the word for when. When in Spanish is with C. We said that most of them begin with Q or with C in Spanish. The word for when is cuando. Okay? Again, see that it needs a tilde, okay? So, when did he arrive? When did he arrive? Would be ¿cuándo